everyone. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
Can everyone tell what this is? This is a 3D model of a clitoris. Just so you know, this is the part that you see outside the body if you have a clitoris, and everything else is internal. And I have some presents for you all later. I have a life-size version that I will pass around. I think I dropped on the ground while I was dancing. They found my clip. So this is the life-size version. I have multiple. I'd love to teach anyone. If you need to, want to talk about sex or your bodies, we will talk about these. I have lots of these with me today. Growing up, the only thing I was ever taught about sex was not to have it at all until I was married. You all agree? Anyone have it? That's the only thing I was ever taught, and it led to a lot of shame, a lot of trouble figuring out who I was. And my parents were really telling me that, men would try to get sex from me, and I had to say, no, homosexuality was wrong, all these different messages. And so I listened to my parents, and I just cut off my connection to my body, and I focused on work. So 8 years ago, I co-founded an accounting software. I teamed up with another woman who dreamed bigger for me than I dreamed for myself. I didn't think of myself as a technologist who could build software companies. I did that. I built and scaled an accounting software. And then I went on to be a venture capitalist. I was leading venture investments for 500 startups, one of the largest venture capital funds, most active seed funds in the world. And so on the outside, I was traveling, I was investing, I had a startup that I had built and scaled. So on the outside, I looked so put together and so powerful, but on the inside, I was really struggling with my sexuality. I was in the closet about being queer, because I was scared of what my family would think of me. And it wasn't until I went on my personal journey to connect with my sexuality that my career exploded. And I started a company called O.School. O.School is a resource for anyone in the world to learn about sex and pleasure. And let me tell you something. Raising venture capital money for a software company is hard as a woman. It is harder if you come from a low-income background like myself, child of immigrants. It is harder as a Filipino woman of color. It is harder as a queer Filipino woman of color. It is a fucking nightmare raising for a sex company. Okay, that is not funded. That is like, oh yeah, weed over there, cannabis, that's good. But like sex, that, no. And Gina asked me to come and talk about fundraising, and I have successfully been able to raise millions of dollars for this company. And the tip really of how I got through it, because it was so difficult, I had men tell me, Andrea, if you want women to have more pleasure, don't teach women, teach men. Men give women pleasure. And the only way that I could get through this, the only way I got through this is self-care. And one part of self-care we do not talk about enough, we do not talk about it as Pinays, we do not talk about how pleasure is an important part of self-care. And there are oppressors and there are forces in this country that are designed to exhaust us all. And orgasms are an amazing way to get that energy back. So sisters, remember, unlocking your sexual power unlocks your personal power. Do not forget to masturbate.